There have been many periods of warming and cooling throughout Earth's history. As the planet's orbit shifted slightly, when the atmosphere or land changed, or when the sun's energy varied, the planet's climate shifted. In the last century, however, humans have emerged as a significant contributor to Earth's climate. The fast rise in Earth's average surface temperature over the past century is associated with global warming, and it is largely attributable to the greenhouse gases created when humans burn fossil fuels. Earth has gone through climate change before, and it happened without human intervention. Nonetheless, the current warming of the climate is happening at a considerably faster rate than previous warming periods. As global fossil fuel consumption continues to rise, models predict that the average surface temperature of Earth will increase in parallel with the concentration of greenhouse gases, and the planet's climate will shift. Surface temperatures could increase by 2 to 6 degrees Celsius by the end of the 21st century, based on possible emission scenarios. Because the Earth's system has not yet adjusted to the environmental changes we have already caused, some of this warming will occur even if future greenhouse gas emissions are minimized. The effects of global warming extend far beyond simple temperature rises. Rainfall changes, coastal erosion increases, growing seasons lengthen in some locations, ice caps and glaciers melt, and the distribution of some infectious diseases shifts as a result of warming. The first signs of some of these shifts can already be seen. The fast rise in Earth's average surface temperature over the past century is known as global warming, and it is mostly attributable to the greenhouse gases emitted when fossil fuels are burned. Between 1906 and 2005, the average surface temperature of the Earth increased by between 0.6 and 0.9 degrees Celsius or 1.1 and 1.6 degrees Fahrenheit, with the pace of growth virtually doubling during the past 50 years. The heat will continue to rise. Causes of global warming include human-produced carbon emissions by consumption of fossil fuels. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas that gets into the air when fossil fuels are burned in large amounts. Because of greenhouse gases, the surface of the Earth is slowly getting warmer. 1 degree Celsius of warming has already occurred on Earth. Increases in global temperature of more than 1.5 degrees Celsius are associated with an increased risk of sea level rise, extreme weather, biodiversity loss, species extinction, food scarcity, worsening health, and poverty for millions of people around the world. Decomposing carbon-based organisms that died millions of years ago and were buried are what become fossil fuels. The carbon-rich deposits they produce are mined and burned to generate power. Approximately 80% of the energy used today comes from these sources, and they are not renewable. They are essential in the production of countless goods, including plastics, metals, and more. Coal, oil, and gas are the three primary fossil fuels. Another major cause is deforestation. Deforestation is one of the main causes of global warming because it causes a lot of carbon dioxide to be released into the air. Because they take in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during photosynthesis and store it in their organic material, trees are essential for reducing climate change. But when trees are cut down, the carbon they hold is released back into the air. This causes the greenhouse effect and a rise in temperatures around the world. Industrialization. Industrialization is also a major cause of global warming because it has caused more greenhouse gases to be released into the air. The burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and gas, to power factories and machines releases carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat and contribute to the greenhouse effect, causing the Earth's temperature to rise. Here are some ways in which industrialization causes global warming. As the world has become more industrialized, more fossil fuels have been used to make energy. Fossil fuels, which are non-renewable resources, give off a lot of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases when they are burned. Production that uses a lot of energy. In most industrial processes, fossil fuels are burned to make energy. Greenhouse gases are released into the atmosphere as a result of this. Increased transportation. Industrialization has led to an increase in the transportation of goods and people, which often involves the burning of fossil fuels. This contributes to the release of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Effects of global warming include melting of ice caps. The melting of ice caps due to global warming has resulted in rising sea levels, which pose a threat to coastal cities and ecosystems. Also, it can make storms like hurricanes and floods happen more often and with more force. Floods, droughts, increased storm activity, disruption of ecosystems. Solutions for global warming can be: reduce carbon emissions, practice sustainable agriculture, reduce deforestation, increase renewable energy usage. In conclusion, global warming is a serious issue that requires immediate action from individuals, governments, and businesses. By implementing the solutions outlined above, we can work towards mitigating the effects of global warming and preserving our planet for future generations.